breeze blowing, storm clouds moving in. Whatever's gonna happen, it's about to begin. I remember what the drunk donkey told me when he said, son, don't fear. Mike's where the page life is about to appear. Then he's gonna tell you about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you which way it's going, and if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news that they try to hide. Just click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Well, there'll always be some haters, but they don't understand that Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend Mike, he's your man. Then he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
All right, what's up, everybody? Let me kill some music. We got a special visitor tonight, Louie. I didn't realize by not showing the dogs at night, I was making people mad. So we're going to show the dogs for a minute. We'll say hello. This is our romper room session. We have people evacuating tonight. Sherry, oh my goodness. Yeah, we got a lot of Texas folks now tuning in. What's cool about our page, we have people from Florida, Carolinas, Upper Gulf, and now the Texas group, the Hannah group. There's Chantel Carter. What's up from Houston? Greg Honeycutt. Yes, you will. This thing's curving around to the Carolinas later in the week. 6 inches, yes. So, yeah, we're going to talk about all that. The Upper Panhandle got Polo, Marco Polo. There's our girl, Donna. I was doing it just for you, Dawn. I promise. But here's our boys. The star of the show. Hopefully we'll get Laura figured out, and hopefully it's not as bad as it could be. But we got to look at all the options. Hey, Lisa or Hunter is right here. Girls, all right. I had a lot of people asking me those things, so I want to say that. So we got some great fans. All right, say bye. Say bye, boys. He doesn't even look real. Hunter is like he's just like a little stuffed animal. All right. So hey, what's up, Coneheads? So yeah, listen. With new people, I try to talk tropics. Sometimes we ramble on a lot, but I try to get to it. We got a lot of models and maps and a lot of possibilities, unfortunately, for a pretty serious hurricane heading towards the eastern Texas or western Louisiana. So, going to show you all of that for sure. So, appreciate all the YouTubers watching now. We got Facebook supporters. We got our Coneheads. And this is a cool map, by the way, I added. This is a brand new map. I'll show you where the link is. So, all right. All right, so first and foremost, the Facebook Live is sponsored by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. You can see the logo over there. You can see the logo over here. Boom, boom. So there you go, every which way. So big thanks to ABC. They're out of Florida. I'm sure you've seen them around town. Beautiful brick stores. So check them out. Big thanks. All right. So here's a new link here. This is the current position here of Laura. And we got some pretty good winds down by the Keys right now. They're having sustained winds, tropical storm force winds. So windalert.com, you can see real live wind sensors. You can get gust maps. You can get all kinds of stuff on there. So I put the link on the site right here. Current live winds and locations. All right. So I've updated a lot of stuff. Hurricane hunters are flying in there right now. We got a surge map. All the satellites from Weather Nerds. Spaghetti models are tight. Let's look at the last official thing for Marco, and then we'll be done with Marco. Marco, no more watches or warnings. All the action from Marco was way over here. Marco went this way. All the storms went this way. Go figure. What the hell? What the hell's up with that? Tons of rain fell in the Panhandle today. I had so many people. Somebody sent me a video from Pineapple Willie's. That's my stomping grounds when we go up there. Flooded. And it wasn't the margarita machines that were flooded. It was rainwaters. Be a good time to get out of the floodwaters and hit Pineapple Willie's and get a frozen drink. But that was the big storyline. And unfortunately for those folks, we still got a tornado watch tonight until midnight. It's still going on. So all the hype about Marco into Louisiana and the Panhandle and now into Georgia and even parts of Alabama are getting some squally weather. And we got a tornado watch until midnight. So all that shear, man. Couldn't fight that shear. Talked about it a lot, but never. We had hurricane warnings last night, and we have nothing tonight. Go figure. So anyway, Marco's just it officially made landfall. The NHC posted 6 p.m. Central Time. Made landfall. So I did have a question about the kids. Thanks everybody asked about the girls. I shared a picture this morning's live. I had to run out and get Sarah on the bus. The bus was late. The kids did great. Emily came home like she was giggly. So I think she really had a good time. She ain't gonna tell us, but she did really good. And then Sarah did awesome. She came home and was happy. So. It was a 10 out of 10 first day of school. So if anybody else had first day of school, hope your day went good and back to normal. If there is such a thing. All right, so here's the latest spaghetti models. Now we're going to talk about Laura. So these are the latest 18Z spaghetti models. Very, very, very. These are on Tropical Tidbits. So I posted a lot of maps earlier today, the individual 12Z runs, and man, they are getting so closely agreed upon now, and we're seeing that. So high confidence on this track. You know, obviously you throw away the pink guy, maybe the blue guy. You get rid of these two, it's extremely tightly. We just play tic-tac-toe. Look, your turn. Look, nobody won. Tic-tac-toe with Mike's weather page. The hell. But anyway, the tracks are getting very ominous here, just eastern part of the state line. I'll show you all the individual maps. And then we had folks up there in the Carolinas. Look, this thing actually could possibly still be a depression the time it gets to Tennessee. And subtropical in North Carolina. This is over the weekend. So, unfortunately, the rains are going to go this way. So we could have subtropical depression Laura in North Carolina, Virginia come weekend. Paul Jeanette, are you in here? Told you, Virginia, never stop watching. But the good news about this, of course, is we're not going to get a stall. So it's no Harvey. The system's going to keep on moving. That's a good thing. So there's no model showing this stalling. So that's at least good news, if there is any. All right. So we got tropical storm warnings going on in Key West. They're actually getting tropical storm sustained winds right now down in Key West. So they're getting some squall lines. You can see, let's see some radar. We had a couple of them come through here today that were incredible. Look at this Florida radar. We had several tropical downpours. Now these are weird. These are bands tied to Laura that are getting caught up in the shear that pushed away Marco. So they kind of like whip in, then they get stuck, and then they go. It's like They cheated on Laura. The rain bands left Laura, ended up hooking up with Marco in the Gulf. So, but you know what I'm talking about. We had some pretty serious windy squalls today coming across Florida. Fast-moving thunderstorms, and still ongoing up here in the upper Gulf. Pretty wacky weather day. And here's our center. You can kind of see it spinning over here by New Orleans. But nothing. No storms attached to the center. So the hurricane hunters are flying in Laura right now. So now that Laura, this is on her tropical tidbits too, by the way. But now that Laura is clearing Cuba, the hurricane hunters will be able to fly a lot more missions and get some more data. So we'll be seeing the hurricane hunters out there probably steady until landfall. And the center is definitely pretty clear. They marked it, not yet, but officially it kind of looks like it could be sandwiched between the two islands here of Cuba. Another, hey, tic-tac-toe. Look. Yeah, I win. Hurricane Hunter. And man, the wind map really shows it well. The Null School site here. Really tight circulation. So it appears it has a pretty good core. That's not good news. Let me close that window here, this window. So trying to get it over there. Oh, she's trying. Very tight circulation right now currently with Laura. And I'm not getting any love on this site. It's trying. There we go. Okay. So bam. So if it does indeed have a good core, it's going to be able to ramp up pretty quick. A couple things I'm going to show you. I had a good question. Fred Stallings, shout out. Talking about the high pressure. So we'll take a look at the high pressure. But as far as the winds go, it's got a really decent, this is 850. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of spin. As we say spinach, but stacked very, very nicely. So the core, unfortunately, is very, very organized. So we're going to see this thing intensify, unfortunately. And unfortunately, let's look at this. Let's look at the cone again. Zoom in on it now that we have a little better track idea here. And then we'll go into individual models. But there is your cone. Surge is turned on. Let's turn off the surge because we have all kinds of warnings and maps. So there you go. Galveston was online stressing that they're only in a tropical storm watch right now. I don't know. I guess there's a little panic going on in there. Hurricane watches are in the pink. The reason we don't have warnings yet is they don't issue those until a few hours after a watch. But Beaumont, Lake Charles, Lafayette, that area, that's the cone. The NHC always stresses the cone is just where the center can go. In a system like this, far-reaching effects, especially on the east side. The system is going to be pretty big. So if the center passes, technically here, we're going to see still, surge and big effects as our system comes in. So don't focus this so much. This is for landfall only. You can still see effects away from the cone. Couple maps here before I lose them. So let's look at this map. All right, here's your surge or shear map currently. And couple interesting notes here. So all this red is the strong upper level winds that blew apart Marco. All of these are pushing away because we have a high pressure building in. And that was Fred's question. But we do have a high pressure coming across. And what that high pressure is going to do, it's pushing away the shear, and then we're left with this anti-cyclone little thingy they call it. I'm sure there's a more fancier name, but if I can figure out. All right, so the anti-cyclone, you'll see these on the, it's the pink. It's another another way of saying low shear, but you can even look it up. Anticyclone, basically high pressure circulates clockwise, high pressure clockwise. But anticyclones are associated with calm, fine weather. So that's usually an indicator that it's setting up an area that's favorable for development. So just one of the things I noticed today, it was really evident. I didn't see it wasn't even there yesterday. So if this hangs around, then our system's aiming right toward that area, and we're going to have low shear. So that's just one of the reasons the NHC is talking about. And then back to Fred's idea. So this is a cool map. I forget. This is on the Storm Prediction Center. This is a cool mesoscale analysis of the highs and the lows and the boundaries. But you can go in time. Like currently this is where we're at, lows and highs currently, and it's a cool map because you can see basically where the low pressure of Marco is. That's Louisiana right here. Here's the barbs, the high pressure barbs, 116, 118. And that obviously is indicating the high pressure here that's building. But what's cool about this site, at least, is it gives you a short range look, high resolution, short range look of what's ahead. And you can see as we go in time, 2 hours, 6 hours out. So here's 6 hours, 2 hours. So basically you're just seeing the building high pressure. I mean, it's faint. It's only 6, but they have other maps on here. But back to your question, Fred was saying, what if the high doesn't build in? Well, this short one is pretty high resolution, and you can definitely see more support that the high pressure is sliding over. And it scans it quite often. And there's all kinds of analysis here. You could look at upper air stuff all the way to, it's got 1 million. That's crazy. You could spend all day here looking. That's 500 millibar analysis, but that's another cool thing about Levi's site. It's real easy to see it over here too. I mean, basically, his are colored. It's easy to see, high pressure, and you can see the high pressure sticks around just enough. And usually you look at the middle levels. 500 is a good number to look at. Not so much lower level, but mid-level. 500 millibar is a good one to look at. And that basically gives you the anomalies and the colors, and you can see the barbs or the isobars. And you can see the high building in over Florida. So there's the question of is there any chance this thing's going to turn north or into Florida is almost 1 million zeros. The big question obviously is basically now where that window is. I mean, it's definitely tightening up. Hey, and there's Ashley. I cracked open one for you, girl. But see what else you guys are saying. I'll take a little break for a second. Let me close my group thing here. So we got a lot of Texas friends. Kyle, yeah, we're just getting into it. I'm going to show you all the models. Oh, Dale, went great, buddy. Thanks for asking. Look, I won't show her name, but that's where I was today. Look. Ooh. It's getting closer. Big thanks. So, hey, Gina Hawkins, Humble, Texas. Oh, my goodness. Sandy, what's up? So let's see. Shelly's on there. We got our YouTube. So let me show you some cool news here. Let me go back to the website. So I got a YouTube link now. We've always been on YouTube, sort of. We never streamed live to YouTube. But now we're actually streaming live to YouTube. So I had a lot of people over the years ask us that. So we are there. And I'd like to thank Tammy Kent. She's always supported the page. And she's always like, what, can I do something a little extra? I'm like, yeah, man, we got a YouTube page now. So she put her logo on the YouTube page. So we appreciate that. And she has been a sponsor for many, 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 many years. So I do a shout out to the ones that believed in me before when I was a little dog. Now I used to be like a hunter. Now I'm like a hunter 4 months old. But they do storm response, so it's cool. And we reached out to a lot of our supporters to send us videos. That's the next stage of Facebook. All of our great partners that have supported me over the years have a lot of them do stuff in the weather world. Sparks, obviously, we talk about Sparks a lot too. But I'd love to get some real videos in action, like post-storm stuff. Like because it's the storm restoration business. It's huge. Phil that helps me. You just can't believe the amount of companies that go line workers, mold. You just don't realize the amount of effort it takes to rebuild after a storm. And so I want to start sharing more of that stuff to educate people, because I think people don't realize how much claims. Insurance, oh my God, it's just such a major storms. The storm is the storm. It's all that other stuff that's just unbelievable. So that's why we have ABC. So why all these great people are fixing your houses and power, and you can go to ABC and drink. Then you don't have to worry about it. And then those people, you pay them, then they go drink. And we all drink. And we're all happy. Sometimes. I'm not happy waking up at 5:30 in the morning, that's for sure. But anyway, I put the link on here because people asked me. I had a text link. Nobody could see it. Well, now I have a fancy little link. And you can see it better. All right, so let's look here. All right, well, the facts are this. All right, so we have many models showing strengthening system, and that's not good. The NHC is at 105 miles an hour peak. We do have models higher than that, and that is stressed upon by the National Hurricane Center a lot, that the intensity models are not 100%. We're entering an area of favorable development, and they mentioned the word rapid intensification a few times. So these are obviously being discussed with the Hurricane Center. And I don't think anybody in that cone at this point should be caring if it's a 2 or a 4. There's enough 3s and 4s that I've seen that, I would not be saying it's going to be nothing. Put it to you that way. This isn't one of those storms that you can say they're wrong, because there's nothing apparent that's going to weaken it at this point. I mean, the atmosphere is very moist. We had a little bit of dry air to the north, but it seems like it's using the moisture here from, this general moisture field that Marco had is kind of allowing Laura to kind of escape that. So not really seeing any dry air. So that's what they're worried about. And that's it. So let's look at the latest 18Z. I haven't even looked at any of them. So a couple links that are very, very important. Surge. Some of these Shelly brought up to me, by the way, in our supporters group. People are asking about Surge. Surge maps. They actually have a new one that they just put out a few hours ago. Right here, I was a little shocked, actually, 7 to 11 feet. That's some pretty serious water. So it looks like from High Island to Morgan City, they're talking about 7 to 11 feet of surge already. Now that's based on 105 miles an hour. Obviously, if this intensifies, we're talking higher, but that's still pretty high. And they're doing 4 to 6 foot. So the surge on this is actually what was expected. Not even for Marco. And we can have surge all the way into Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Right here, Mississippi. That's because the system's large. If it does make a landfall like that, right, we're going to have a lot of, this. And you remember Irma, we had surge, man, my neck hurts, man. I got my eye better, now my neck hurts. So every storm's got a story. Isaiah, thumb. Marco, eyeball. And then now my neck hurts from Laura. So it's either I'm getting old. I fall asleep at the chair. Julie's mad at me because 4 out of the last 5 nights I wake up at 3 o'clock. It's probably because I'm sleeping like that. I would think so. But But remember, surge is going to be a widespread issue. Going back to what we learned with Irma, this is going to be a big system too. I'm going to show you that next. But when Irma was here, we had spiraling rains, all the way around. And I had fans that I've met over the years that actually went to Charleston and Savannah to get away, and they woke up to flooded cars and hotels because of the surge. So just remember that it's far-reaching, mainly to the east, but NHCs are already stressing that. Stronger storm, obviously, not good. So let's go to Weather Nerds real quick. And then we'll look at all the models. I promise. I always tease everybody, but this is thinking out loud, trying to make sense of it all. And then we do have a wave coming off of Africa, but you know what? A few of my good local Met buddies, Paul Delgado, said kind of sarcastically, tropical wave in September? And you could probably hear Louis snoring, by the way, so I apologize. But everybody wants to know the size, too. Let me get my comments caught up, see if there's anything. Magnesium. I try to take Jack Daniels. I'm just afraid I won't make the kids' bus. So there's 400 miles. 400 miles. It's a big system. So, I'm hoping, to me, this one is looking, it's got that core. It's got the spin. It's never stopped. It's that stupid measure. I always forget to turn that thing off. Let me go start fresh. I'm gonna punch my screen. I'm gonna teach that a lesson. I'm gonna have a fight with my monitor. All right. So I just overall I'm looking. You look at it and you're just like, oh man, it's starting to get that look. I hope not, but we definitely, you can feel the tension in people when they're talking about the what if. So anyway, but there are a couple models that aren't showing strengthening to that point that some are. So, and the way 2020 has been, I don't even think we've had a hurricane-looking hurricane I don't think we've had any tropical system that didn't look like a blob this year, have we? You got tornado warnings, Mike. That's not good. Okeechobee. So Okeechobee's got a marine warning right now. I saw the whole lake's under a marine warning. There's Brian. What's up? So there are some big models. Dry air killed Kong, Don. Yes, King Kong sunk. He could not swim. All right, so there's that. All right, so I just want to show you the overall size. It's got a big moisture field. It's a big one, but it's got a tight circulation. That's not good news. Big blobby areas of low pressure that are broad, that don't have circulation, take time to develop. This one's got a really tight circulation. Very, very, very tight. Very tight. Once it gets over water, it could wrap up quick. Don't see why not. It's got spinach. As long as it's got spinach, it's got tight spinach, we could be in trouble. All right. So let's look at the 18Z, latest hot off the press hurricane model for Laura. And this is what it thinks. This is on tropicaltidbits.com. And the latest H-Wharf, middle of the Gulf, 974, 73, 60. See, this is it. Watch the strengthening. I mean, it's common sense. Strengthening hurricane. You don't ever want a storm to peak at the wrong time, right? All four, not saying this is a 5 coming, but I'm just telling you a factoid. 4 Cat 5 hurricanes that hit the United States were only a tropical storm 3 days out. So it's possible for any storm to rapidly intensify. But anyway, here's the latest H-Wharf, taking it right to the line. 929 millibar. The latest HMON is let's see, a little weaker, 988. Good news. Not likely, but same path. This is likely. Very high, you know the word. All right, so let's look at the GFS. High consistency. There you go. Not even consistent. All right, so here's the latest GFS, and again, look at that. So we got three big dog hurricane models, all showing the exact same location, possibly. This is your state line, Texas and Louisiana. So that's 3 models showing really close to the same exact spot. And again, remember, eastern side is way worse than the western side. And a storm like this, very need to note, lessons I learned from Michael is this. Everybody, all the Weather Channel, everybody sends all their people here, right? This is what everybody talks about, land. Nobody ever talks about up here. And you know, a storm this strong, we'll see category 1 winds, you know, way up here. And we're already seeing the rain maps showing, you know, really high totals going north. Up to a feet, you know, of rain. That's just normal with a tropical disturbance. Another thing with storms like this, it seems like the number one thing people don't realize is power. Power outages. You know, when you see the Weather Channel cone, well, there we go again. When you see the Weather Channel power outage likely map, and you see something like this, you know, and it says likely, that's reality. And then they'll have probable, like maybe over here. But lots of folks don't realize inland storms continue on barreling north. This one's not going to stop. So, you know, you need to be thinking north power outages already. That's not hyping nothing. That's reality. I mean, look at what ECE did. Look at what the Iowa Direco did, right? We had power outages all the way through Iowa, Illinois. So these are just things to think about. In the path of the storm, don't focus on landfall. Focus past that, because, you know, roads will be probably impassable. Interstate 10. I'm going to have to start putting, I put the DOT maps, like 511 traffic maps, because, you know, we could have surge over interstates, roads. These are real, you know, if this is a Cat 2, 3, 4, you're going to have to be looking at things like that. Roads and, you know, and again, this is Wednesday night, Wednesday PM, Thursday AM. So overnight hours, unfortunately. So it could hit in the dark hours of Wednesday night. Not good. So let's see. All right, let's look at some other maps. All right, so there's the 3 maps. So the crazy thing about the beer, seltzer is in. If the first run of the Hurricane Hunter IPA is a hit, and ABC's excited, ABC, man, you're going to be able to get it at ABC, Fine Wine and Spirits. It's going to be a 7% tropical IPA with kick. Then they're already saying maybe we'll do a seltzer next year and have it branded, maybe not with me, but just, I told them I'd love to be part, because I like seltzers now. So here's the CMC, same path, exact path. So far all 4 bottles have been almost the exact same spot. Here's your state line. And most of them have been just here. And the CMC is weaker. Give it to you that. That's good. So let's look at some other maps here on tropicaltidbits.com. Then I'll slow down and read some. Yep, freezing water, Jenny. There you go. We got a cool area in our little chat thing too, man. People have been sharing stories about. Rich Hall had a good one. There's Richard Drago, buddy. I know. Yeah, Richard. Well, I'm not trusting. No, blah 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 blah. I've been an HMON and H-Wharf dude from the get-go. And the HMON and H-Wharf were actually showing Marco fizzling at the last second. Remember? I was like, whoa, where'd it go? They have been real consistent. The Euro, a day ago, had 950 hurricane just on East Texas. The next 12-hour run, the Euro had 1001 tropical storm in middle Louisiana. And then the afternoon run, it was at a 977 state line. So it's flip-flop more than anybody this year. Like Richard, I joked about earlier. I said, it's bad when people like me, I'm a people, when I'd rather show all the other models and then I show the Euro last. That's got to tell you my faith in the Euro right now. When you used to only show the Euro, now we're going to the Euro last. So hey, it's 2020, right? The year the Euro was not king. Because we saw King Kong come off Africa. King Kong sunk to the ocean. So here's the latest Euro. Not very strong. That's good news, right? 988. But you can kind of see the path. Levi's sight jumps in 24-hour increments. The UK, well, the other model site that I use, this one's a little loader. I don't like this one on air. Plus I don't do it. They tell you can't. I pay for the other one. I can. But this one, weather.us, has 3-hourly increments, which I like. But we can still see the Euro on this a little cleaner sometimes. We'll see what the final look is for the last Euro. And that would be right here. So 962. So strengthening. 962 is reasonable, right? We don't want it, but again, the path is right on that state line, maybe a tick to the east. So we got 5 models now showing landfall very close. 5 models, 5 out of 5. That's in this 960. We might be able to see the 18Z. Maybe let's see if they ran. I think they probably ran by now. They don't put this one out very many places. The 18Z is 953, 946. That's not good. So the Euro is a tick to the west now, but right there, right in that cone. But look at it, 946. Not good. Not good at all. 946 potentially could be, according to the old Saffir-Simpson scale, would be a 3. Borderline 4. Does the old Saffir-Simpson scale use pressure? Now they don't, but 949, so it would be a 3. So the Euro jumped big time. Now the 18Z 946. 938. Shit, it had it down to 938 before landfall. So the Euro definitely. I would almost. Well, let's see what the latest GFS did. I thought the 5 o'clock we'd have an M, but we didn't. But we might be leaning to an M now with our latest 11 o'clock advisory. So let me get the GFS here. And let's see what the latest GFS shows. Here's the latest GFS. Latest GFS 951. That was the 18Z. Oh, we showed that already. But so there's a few showing category 3. I don't really going to show any more. There's really no more icon 968, same exact spot. So I mean, the track is, you have real good model consistency. Very good. The hurricane hunters are going to be sending in all kinds of upper air runs, so they're gonna know exactly. They've already been out there checking the upper air high pressure. So high confidence. The track, very high confidence, and the confidence is definitely increasing. This is going to be a major hurricane. No ifs, ands, or buts. They're going to have to stress that a little bit more because that's going to increase surge and other estimates. All right, so there's that. Let's see what the hurricane hunters found, and I'll slow down a little bit. They're out there flying around Cuba a little bit. So, I mean, it'd be a good time. My page, I got a lot of great stuff on here. Look, National Weather Service hurricane plan. Look, you got all kinds of links on here. What to do before a storm. I have prepare. How do you prepare for a storm? Hurricane preparedness. It's on weather.gov and it's not loading. That means everybody's preparing. That's good. There's preparedness. And then, of course, on the bottom of my site, right down here in the bottom, I got all these links. Insurance claim help. Hurricane preparedness. Should you evacuate? Should you stay? Lots of stuff. So if you're really, if you're worried about this thing, then you need to click on links like this. Homeowners guides. Protect your pet. How to, pets are a huge thing. Don't leave behind your pets. People leave behind their pets. And so it's coming. I think we'll see that M at 11, Jason. Yes. Cat 1 is not a major, Connor. No, it's only 75. Hey, yeah, Michelle, I'll come hang out. I want a storm chase. Lake Charles, Darcel, you're in Lake Charles. Wow, that's close. Let's see how close that is to the cone here. Man, I just zoomed in, man. I just left the space station and I just flew down to Earth, man. Look at that. I'm like on SpaceX hurricane mission. Oh, Lake Charles is not feeling the urge? Who said that? Jeez, crackers. Are you crazy? You need to go out there, man, and start running up and down the streets, man. How could nobody in Lake Charles, Beaumont and Lake Charles, that is it. That's just for landfall, but I mean, just like the NAC, we're gonna see surge. Obviously, man, no urgency. That's been the year, man. Nobody's talking about hurricanes. Well, we haven't really had a hurricane. Well, when they do talk about a hurricane, like Marco, the news finally came out and started talking about Marco. Guess what? The day later, Marco's gone. It's like total bust forecast. I mean, dude, I would not want to be in the hurricane hunter's shoes or the hurricane center because, what do you do, man? They stressed it in all their discussions. They're like, there's a chance this thing could fizzle out. So what do? You don't know. You can't predict. But it was riding on the southeast side of some unbelievable amount of shear, and you could see those upper level clouds just ripping it apart. The system sped up. There's just no way, and that's why the Panhandle last night I showed a bunch of stuff. I will toot my horn. Last night I kept posting it. I'm like, listen, this is going north. Everybody in the Panhandle, you're gonna get everything. And I woke up to more people showing me flooded videos and stuff. And then the morning it got even worse. And then we have a tornado watch, tornado warnings in the Panhandle. So total, not that nobody didn't do a good job forecasting up there, but there was so much focus on Marco and where the landfall was going to be that nobody talked about the ones that got worse than a tropical storm, honestly. I mean, tropical storms are more about the rain and stuff and tornadoes, and they had their share up there. Yeah, what's up, Whitney? Good to see you, buddy. Shelly, cheese and crackers. I hope I didn't say that more than once. Did I say so a lot? I got to make me a cheat sheet. Beaumont, Texas. Hoping you're pretty close too, man. That's where my buddy Brandon Clements at, weather chasing. So hopefully, the question is, where does Jim Cantori show up at? Right? That is the funniest meme on the planet. Let's see what we got. Look at that. So let's hope. There we go. Let's hope that he doesn't show up to your hometown. That would not be good. Tornado sirens are going off, Beverly. I'm sorry. Possible surge southwest Florida. Connor, just what you're getting right now. I don't know. We can look. No official surge watch or anything. Higher, little bit, but Texas Panhandle, Florida Panhandle. Okay, good job, Linda. I had no idea. I didn't know Texas had a Panhandle. What's considered a Texas Panhandle, so I can learn? I will now put FL. Let's see. What do they consider a Texas Panhandle? Oh, way up there. Okay, well, definitely not talking about that. But now I know. That's the Texas Panhandle. But see, it doesn't look like a handle to me. That looks like a handle. Right? That's a handle right there to me. Look at that. That's more of a handle. But all right, anyway. Now I know. Good point. Good point. All right, so anyway, what else we got? Let's leave this on there. Well, you know, it's we got a lot to talk about the next few days. This is a great site, by the way. My buddy Donald up in the Outer Banks hooked me up. It's a secret spot. I told him, he laughed. He saw the video. So this is the website is like got everything on it, right? But I have a secret little hidden box for you guys, and it's lucky number 7. So click on lucky number 7, and that cool ass Zoom Earth, the coolest map tracking thing I've ever seen in my life. Look at that. It tells you where everything's at. Click on it. You can get points and speeds, and you can turn things on, and you can turn on lights and stuff and everything. So cool, man. So secret number 7, and it actually has everything going on. And here's storm history for you. Shelly brought this up. So today is the anniversary of Hurricane Andrew. Definitely not a one you celebrate, but Hurricane Andrew was on this date. Another tidbit was Dorian was named on this date last year, obviously. So there's a couple. There's our buddy Don, the Cool Kids Club. So see Marco's feeder bands. Yeah, we got feeder bands. Not by me though. Up there somewhere. Yeah, Marky. It's a cool thing there, isn't it? I love it. I got a lot of cool stuff on here. So I moved the YouTube link. Now I don't even have an Instagram link. I gotta add my Instagram link. What's Ready? What the heck's that thing? Oh, why would it be called Ready? Oh, these are cool maps. Holy cow! I forgot I even had these. Oh, look at this. No way. I forgot I had these maps. Animated, 500 millibar. There's your. Let's see. Fred was asking me, look, this is 500 millibar. That's so cool. I didn't even know I had it. I learned something new on my site every night. And I did everything on the site. Sometimes I'm not sober, so I put things on the site. Then the next morning I'm like, that's me right here. See the donkey? So you can click on a donkey and go buy a donkey shirt. There you go. That's the night that I was putting on the Ready link. But at the Ready link, I remember now. I haven't used it all year. Forgot all about it. Look at this. So if you want 500 millibar, this is your height map, right? It's so awesome. You can look at all these. Look at GFS, long range, HRR. Totally forgot I had it on here. So crazy. So anyway, more tools, more fun stuff, right? Right. All right. I'll slow down a little bit. Look at some comments here. Before my contacts are phasing up. So anyway, if you're just coming in, listen. So the NHC cone is spot on. Okay. If anything, maybe they'll shift it a tick, but I'm telling you, it just seems like the state line, a few miles maybe more east to the west, but we have serious model consistency right now. So that's where we're at. All right, so people are asking about what's next. I don't want to talk about what's next. We're done. We're not doing any more tropics the rest of the year. No, but seriously, what's next? All right, so there is a wave, and you can see it on the Windy app. Pretty nice. If you go up in time, now this is the 12Z Euro. They don't put the 18Z on here, but the 18Z was down in like 940 range, 931 range. So the latest 18Z really went all in on lowering pressures. So if you want to look at gust, now who the hell's calling at 9 o'clock at night? Car warranty. Probably somebody saying I'm hyping again. Other crank call during Dorian might be my same buddy. I don't know what I'm hyping though. I'm not hyping. Am I hyping? But here's your winds. Again, so a very important map here. East side. Now, Michael folks unfortunately knew all too well how the east side is definitely the strong side. But east side, the big stuff. That's where all the surge. And we can get some some wind gusts here, 108 mile an hour, 111. This is the GFS, So there's your winds, 112. These are gusts, but officially the NHC's showing 105 anyways. So all the jokes about the season being a dud are going to end this week. All right, so long range, we do have a wave out here that's been showing up somewhere. There it is right there. You kind of see it popping up. Let's say the end of the month, 31st, middle Atlantic, showing up right here, a little low pressure, staying a little north, consistently staying a little north of the islands, but it's it's showing up on the second right here. So a lot of chatter about that, but it's long way away. This is the 1st of September. GFS hasn't really shown much. Little bubble right here. So not high confidence, but being that it's September, we're going to be talking about waves until October. Just the facts. So we'll have a little break. There's a bunch of ensembles starting to pick up on it. This is 10 days out. So this is September 3rd. Let's go to September 1st. And if we did have a wave September 1st, somewhere right here, 9-1. And that's been steady. I put 20 on there. But nothing before that. So after the storm, we could have about 5 or 6 days of nothing, hopefully. But yeah, landfall's Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Unfortunately, the timing is very confident on that. Shelly, I need a break. I just need to catch up, man. Julie guilted me tonight because this is the funniest thing ever. Ever since we went to these new light bulbs that aren't supposed to burn out, they burn out more than ever. So I went in to take a shower today, and 3 out of our 6 were out. And then I go to the dining room or the laundry room, and it was out. So I had to put 6 new light bulbs up tonight. She made me feel guilty. That's what I'm getting at. She said, "You said that damn computer. You can at least be a house husband." No, she didn't really say it like that. Hey, George. I wouldn't chill on Houston by any means. If it was me, I wouldn't chill. That's for darn sure. But, you know, the likelihood is less. You know, you're still going to be getting circling rain bands, squalls. Remember, tornadoes again, huge, huge, huge squalls coming in off of that Gulf. Let's see if we can zoom in on some high resolution stuff real quick, and then we'll wind her down. My eyes need a break. Let's see, Texas. So we got 10 o'clock advisory for sure. I'll definitely be posting that to see if we're going to get any talk of major hurricane. I really think that's coming. So, well, the NAM's going too far into Louisiana. So don't pay attention to this model. The NAM's a little too far. Well, I mean, it's one model. You can look at it. I was mainly just looking at the rain bands just to show you it, but just curious what it looked like. But most modeling are, you know, the latest Euro's a little bit more into Texas, but that seems to be the trend right there for direct landfall. The center, the eyeball, which mine are foggy. Let's see. Yep, pressure drop. Pressure's gonna no reason, Ruth. Nope, just luck of the draw. 50-50 shot. Blue lights. Yeah, I've been hearing more about that. I need to do that. Yep, no evacuation advice. My only evacuation grab gear. This is my favorite sign. Run like hell. I actually got one of these hanging up. My favorite all-time. Actually, I'm going to email my artist guy. We're going to put that on the beer. Hell yeah. I got to remember that. We're going to put that on the box. We're going to put that on the hurricane box if they can. My favorite sign in the world. So yeah, all right. Well, so all seriousness, listen, I'll be here every step of the way. The website, rocking, the app. You know, I got a great app, Mike's Weather Page app. If you need a lot of sources, Tropical Tidbits, obviously, he posts videos nightly. You can watch this on YouTube now. And thanks to Tammy and OSR. But YouTube's become big because you can watch them on the big screen. I'm still doing the same broadcast, everything else. It's just a different place to watch it. So, you know, start taking things serious, you know, in that area. It's not looking like a fizzle, to put it to you that way. And I did have some nice stuff mailed to me, by the way. I got to do a proper shout out. I emailed them, but I had a captain of a ship mail me. Oh, I don't know where the other stuff is, but look at this, man. It's so cool. They must live on a yacht. Emily already wore hers, but isn't that cool? It's the Sea Clef. But it's a long sleeve. But look at that. That's their ship. And there's that. So thank you. I'll send you a proper thank you. But that's a nice little gift. And then I had a fan send in Donna Amend. So I got your little package and I appreciate it. So thank you for that. Anyway, all right. So life is good. Let's, we'll get through this together. If you guys need anything, reach out to Shelly, me. I'll try to catch it. It's hard. That's why I got Shelly helping. Our little member chat thing. It's tough when you're getting almost 1 million people, and we keep things rolling along. But I'm constantly focused on keeping up with weather and making sure the website's running. Here's Levi just posted. Yeah, he's just talking about the convection has. So he just posted this, talking about how the structure is looking a lot better on Laura. It's further strengthening shortly after Cuba, possible. So, lots of stuff. Cool. Oh, he just posted a video too, 49 minutes ago. So go check that out. Sweet. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna roll. It's been an hour. My eyeballs hurt, and we'll see you guys in the morning for sure. I do it at 9:19. Thank you, Tammy Harvick. Are you in relation to Kevin Harvick, the NASCAR driver? You're done with Facebook. What happened, Whitney? I love Facebook, man. Drunk donkey background, Matt. We can do that. Why not? Hey, there's my buddy Kathy Vantarf. What's up, Kathy? Jerry Coe. Hey, buddy. Hey, Drew. Thank you, man. Yep, we got guarantee. We got all the line workers heading out that direction. It's a big deal, man. It's coming before our eyes. I'll tell you about the drunk donkey tomorrow. I gotta have something to talk about. I think I got everything. So, Will, I think it's moving at 21 miles an hour. Stephanie, you still got rain coming for the Panhandle. Last track had it going 20 miles an hour. So it's moving along a pretty good clip. Landfall expected late overnight, Wednesday, Thursday. Stephanie, the rain is definitely still coming for you. We still have some pockets out there. Slowly disappearing, but there are some isolated bands still kind of forming. But the Florida Panhandle. So some of these are going to make their way across. So but that heavy deluge is not happening. So you're going to get spotty stuff through the night. As a matter of fact, we can look at the Oldsmar Mayor Eric Seidel was down in the Keys today, and he sent me look at the spiral on the HRR. So yeah, you got a few more hours. It should be winding down overnight. There's going to be some rain showers overnight, but you're going to wake up to all the rain will be gone. So tomorrow's better, Stephanie. Promise. Hey, Loopwood, how's it going? Thanks, buddy. Thanks, Janet. Rain in Gulf Shores. Yes, looks like it is right now. So, cool beans. All right, got to go. Save my voice. Working on a website. We'll see you guys, gals, in the morning. Take care. Prepare. And when you're having a drink tonight, just think about this. Last night we were looking at hurricane warnings for the Gulf, for the Marco, right? And then tonight it's completely gone. I'm afraid that's not going to happen with Laura. I'm very, very confident that we are seeing possible major hurricanes. So prepare for that. Have a good night. See you.